Hi, my name is Andrew Gleason, and today I'll be discussing missile defense technology, IBCMs, and other long range missiles and their technologies as well. I wanted to talk about this to highlight the effectiveness and the really frightening power of these missiles and how amazing the missile defense technology really is. This technology was developed in World War II. Uh, by the German Air Force, the Luftwaffe. The first rocket ever used in combat was the V-2 missile, which they scrambled all over the UK and France. However, these weapons were unlike anything that the world had really seen before, as they were self-propelled. First of all, they were traveled faster than the speed of sound, and they could travel very great distances. This marks the beginning of what many officers refer to as the missile age. The problem with these missiles is they were inaccurate, and at the time, UK and French intelligence were able to cause disinformation in the German intelligence, and they were able to mislead the Germans on troop movements, population centers, and everything like that. The United States and other nations were rightly so scared and of this new threat and the it potential threat it gave them. So they quickly started developing their missile defense technology. The first missile defense ever created was the Nike Zeus system. Going into the Cold War, the Soviet Union, however, further expounded upon these self-propelled missiles and were able to develop ICBMs, which are intercontinental ballistic missiles. These missiles provided a much greater threat to the world and the United States especially, as we were enemies at this time. The problem with these ICBMs was they were able to travel a much longer distance. They were much more advanced in their accuracy, and they could carry a much larger payload. The problem the United States had, especially with the Soviets possessing this technology, was the fact that the Soviets also had the largest and most advanced nuclear warheads and nuclear warhead program in the world. The Nike Zeus system was not able to counteract these missiles, as the intercontinental ballistic missiles traveled very far up into the air. They traveled 100 miles above Earth's surface at times before the rocket detached and they began their descent. The United States could not detect these missiles through radar at this time because they had nothing in space to do it. They had no satellites, and their radar systems were not that advanced. And also, the missiles fired by the Nike Zeus system could not reach them until they were already too close to prevent the nuclear warhead from causing extreme collateral damage. The United States steadily developed their weapon systems, and they sent satellites into space with radar capabilities. They spent trillions on these systems, and today they use a combination of sea, ground, and air radar systems with interceptor missiles shot from the ground to catch these missiles. The modern missile defense system has two interceptor missiles, an interceptor missile to preliminarily track the missile found from the radar system, and then the second missile to actually provide the kill explosion to zero in on it. Radars have been used in space to detect these missiles, and the interceptor missiles consist of a rocket and an actual kill explosive, is what they call it, that explodes upon impact or when the missile gets close enough to find the ICBM. There are many problems with missile defense technology. The main one is the fact that an EMP can detonate and cause extreme damage to all systems involved in the missile defense, in a single missile defense technology, and pretty much make it useless. So, and then another one is decoy rockets can be deployed and overload the system. And the problem, especially so for our modern day defense systems, is it cannot, when in space, there's no difference in movement between a decoy rocket and a ICBM carrying a nuclear payload. So the defense system cannot recognize that which is a nuclear warhead carrying a warhead and which is just a decoy. So the missiles are deployed either way. And this is the main strategy to thought to be used when deploying ICBMs to get them through. Another problem is the cooling the ICBM will cause the sensors of the interceptor missiles to have trouble discovering and honing in on the missiles. This is another problem. And the last one is hypersonic missiles being developed, which can travel up to 27 times the speed of sound. And these can theoretically not be shot down by modern systems. This, as I said, this is still imperfect science, and it's pretty scary when you start to think about how this can be used against us in our country, and it's such a volatile threat. I believe to have a sovereign, standalone country that really carries itself to, if you do not have a ICBM missile defense system, there's really no way to remain monogamous here. And my only hope is that these missiles are never deployed against us. Thank you.